And here we are. A huge knife we need to review. A huge knife? Well, this is a tiny little knife. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is a small little knife. Talk about very stealth, right? Woo! S35VN. Hey, first production run, 80 of 120. And this came from my buddy Nick. He sent it to me. This is actually silver here. This is gold. This is blue. This is something other than blue or gold. It looks like some kind of a greenish aqua color. Doesn't quite match anything else on here, but what the hell? And we got a backspacer. Check that out. I haven't taken this knife apart, and I don't know why I've got this in here. Wow, what the hell is that? Oh my God. Well, you learn something every day, don't you? There's your lanyard. So it can be a keychain knife. That's interesting. Wow. How did I miss that? My God, I got to take my vitamins. Brain health. What do you think about that, though? It's a good-looking little knife. It's Bestech, made in China, the BT1705. And this particular one is B, which stands for blue. Yeah, I don't know if it really does, but that's what I'm going to say. There's your lockup. It's almost 50% on here. So it's kind of cool that you've got this gold colored, milled pocket clip. Then you've got this blue anodized backspacer, titanium, of course. And then you got a little fold out lanyard. That's cool. Silver here. Nice blade, good blade shape. Got a choil up front. It's a flipper. It's a super light flipper, It's a super light flipper, so there's no mass to this knife. It weighs nothing. Thanks for nothing. In fact, while we're talking about nothing, let's see exactly how much nothing it does weigh. In grams. 39.3. Woo! That ain't much, is it? Let's get back to ounces. No, that's not 13.9. It's 1.39 ounces. 1.39. Oh, God. We got it off there. Got it off of that. Yeah, it comes in this little tiny box. Slide it open. It's like fitted for the knife. There you go. All that kind of stuff. So, and it's, pretty crush proof because these sides are fairly crush proof. Not necessarily the middle so much, but there you go. It's not a very big box as boxes go. And it's very diminutive little knife. Hey, let's see if it'll cut something. I got this one, like I said, from Nick. He sent it to me to sell. Someone will sell it. In like an upcoming table sale or, if you catch this before it goes on table sale, you can ask me. But in any case, yeah, I'd never had one of these in my hands, and I've had like a lot of the Bestech knives. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Here's one of my favorites in G10. This is the Swordfish. So just see. This is a 4-inch blade, 9 inches overall. This thing barely gets out of the handle area of that one. That's how different in size it is. Thickness. There you go. Wow. Big, big difference. In fact, let me get my little micrometer out here. Mic it up for you as far as thickness. Yeah, 0.97 of an inch. So about 2.5 millimeter thick blade. Let's go on the scales. 9.2 millimeters, which is 0.36 of an inch. So it's very slender, very light, slender blade stock, which is appropriate for this knife. extremely light, extremely light. But you know, it has pretty good action on it. I mean, it's titanium frame lock flipper, and if you can figure out how to hold it, there it goes. It flips really well. Flips really well. Very light and lively. And you know, oh, White Mountain knives. Do I have to tell you? They have them. If you want one. If you want one. Here it is. And 104. That's what they want. Oh, by the way, no. Don't pay that. Don't pay that. With the 10% discount that Justin at White Mountain is giving you, LTK is the discount code. You get 10% off. So, what do you think? So there's your overall stats here. And I'll put the link to White Mountain Knives, to this knife, and then the LTK. It's 3 letters, okay? Not ELTIQUE. That's not going to work for you. But LTK code will get you 10% off as of the airing of this video. So be aware that discount code may not last forever. Made in China, of course, by Bestech. Right hand tip up, you know, got a pocket clip, blah, blah, blah. Blue, silver, you know, that kind of thing. And a little gold in there. And there's your handle length and width, all that kind of stuff in there. So look on, you know, type in Bestech. You can look at all the knives he has for sale in there as far as Bestech. And he's got a whole lot of other brands too. So if you don't want to buy this, but you want to buy a knife on his site, 10% off. LTK. Any knife. Wow. Yeah, that's a good looking knife. It slices really nice. Yeah. Good edge on there. Let's see what we think about. Yeah, it looks symmetrical. Taking it right out to, yeah, looks pretty good. Excellent. Yeah, I haven't put this in my pocket. I'm not going to carry it because it came from him and it's basically new in the box. And since I'm selling it on for him, I just wanted to put it under my camera. Just wanted to put it under the camera. Give everybody a look at it in case you are ever curious about this model. And like I said, 2 3/8 inch blade, so maybe 60 millimeter length and 5.5 overall, about 14 centimeters long. PM2. And this knife should look bigger in this aspect ratio, if that makes any sense to you at all. Okay, reverse the aspect ratio. Yeah, see, it's a very small knife. Very small knife, but you know, it's not a lot of money either. It's not $200. It's under $100 with your discount code. Yeah, I think these are kind of cool. I don't know if I'd put it on a keychain because I don't know if I'd want to jingle it around with steel keys. But I still think this would be something you could, you know, you don't even need the pocket clip. You just slide it right in your pocket. It disappears in there. It's real easy to carry, real light. And if you're going to some place where you're either wearing really, really lightweight pants or shorts, and or someplace where you really don't want a pocket monster because it's just a little like socially awkward for that, but you still want to carry a knife, there you go. It's still a knife. It can still do what a knife can do. Nice. Yeah, and the action's good. Of course, it's not going to hydraulically drop. The blade doesn't weigh anything. Yeah, click. Well, of course I can't gravity flip this knife because it's just too light. And the detent is relatively strong based on the size. So, you know, yeah, I mean, based on just how many pounds I'm pushing, it's like a 5. But in proportion to the blade, it's like a 6.5, you know. So I can't throw a 6 or a 6.5 out gravity flip size. And yeah, there you go. Now, I didn't take it apart. Don't need to. Is it centered up? Yeah. Blade player lock rock? No. Good solid knife. Like Bestech. I like their quality. And I like this design. It's really slender. It's really a good looking knife. You know, this isn't like some kind of strange, awkward design. Fit and finish is really good. Lockup's really strong on this thing. So yeah, it looks good in an overall design sense. I like the little extra that you can pop out the keychain or the little lanyard thing if you want. But yeah, and look at access to your pivot, you know. Little screwdriver. I don't know if you can get a dime in there. But yeah, I haven't tried. But then the rest of them are just Torxes. Cool. Yeah, I just thought I'd run it by you, not take too much of your time. It's fun. I like it. You know, there's been some small knives that have come across my desk, and the action on this is really good for this how small it is, actually. So that feels good. And in the hand, is it comfortable? Well, for as much as your hand you can get on there, you know, not much. But you got the front choil there, and you got a pretty good pass-through right there for disengaging it. And of course, you got a hardened steel insert over travel stop. So that's all built in. And I haven't seen any of their knives not have ceramic bearings, so I'm assuming this has ceramic bearings as well. What do you think, guys? Good looking knife. Good looking knife. Pretty fancy. And not terribly inexpensive, but well done for the materials and everything. Sometimes it's harder to make a small knife than a regular size one. So I'll let you go, folks. Thank you for joining us. Flanagan, what do you think? Let's let them go. Get on with their day. Thank you so much for joining us. You know what we do around here. We love them knives, so stay sharp.